Hoodly, how you doing? It is once again that time when we gather, we congregate to discuss my favourite bits and bobs of the month, August edition. Sorry if I sound a wee bit nasally, I've been down and out for a little while with a cold. Not Miss Roni, it was actually a cold. So sorry about that, but I'm getting better. I feel a lot better today. It's mainly just block nose galore. It's disgusting. But anyway, simple as that. Bish bash bosh. Let's get on to my favourite things about August. Straight out of the gate, as always, we're going to start with my favourite song of this month. It has been the one and only Paradise Eve by our Lord and Saviour's Bring Me the Horizon. Absolute legends that they are. They recorded this song during lockdown, surprise, surprise, but apparently it wasn't written about this current situation we're in. It was actually written before any of this started, so I'm like, how did you know? Ollie Sykes, did you have some sort of premonition about this virus and you didn't tell anyone? That's so Raven, that's so Ollie. Anyways, it's a bop and that's all that really matters, isn't it, at the end of the day? And I'm excited for the rest of this post-human thing that they got going on. It's very, very cool music. Cool music for my ears. My favourite artist of this month is MGK, aka Machine Gun Kelly, aka Colson Baker, who actually I think he just won a VMA very recently. In the past few months he's actually released quite a few good tunes in the run-up to Tickets to My Downfall. I'm very excited for. The main one, Concert for Aliens, is a personal favourite of mine, but all of the ones that he's released so far have been absolute bangers. So I'm very excited to see the full album. Swiftly moving on to my favourite film of this month, Action Point, starring Johnny Knoxville. I love Jackass. I love Johnny Knoxville. I love videos of people pranking each other and videos of people hurting each other. So Action Point is absolutely brilliant for me. In my family, right, there is absolutely nothing that mainly me and my dad find funnier than people out there posting stupid videos on the internet of them hurting themselves on purpose. We cannot think of anything funnier, and Action Point is the definition of that. It's just an excuse for Johnny Knoxville to go out of his way to hurt himself, and it's absolutely brilliant. This granddad having flashbacks to a time when he owned a theme park called Action Point, where they basically just gave the middle finger to health and safety rules and did whatever they want. And Johnny Knoxville is the owner of this place. And it's just him hurting himself all the time. Knoxville did an interview with Vanity Fair describing some of his injuries, like his worst injuries that he's had through his career, and Action Point was one of them, because I think he said his eye popped out or something, and that was just the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life, somebody's eye physically popping out. I don't know why that's hilarious to me, it just is. Call me sick, call me twisted, I don't care. I sound so monotone, but it's because my nose is still a little bit blocked up here, I can feel it. Anyway, we soldier on through, we soldier on. Carrying on from that, my favourite TV show of this month was Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is one of my all-time favourite cartoons. It's up there with Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes. Those are my three epic favourite cartoons of all time. Used to watch Phineas and Ferb all the time with my granddad. Me and my granddad absolutely both love Phineas and Ferb. Like, my granddad finds it the funniest thing ever. And recently we've been given the gift of Disney Plus, which has allowed us to go back and watch every single episode. Ding ding ding! It's time for my favourite YouTuber of this month. And if you can't guess from that intro to this section, it's Jacksepticeye, the Gaelic gladiator himself. He's been one of my favourites for quite a while, quite a number of years. I've been a little Jacksepticeye fan, but he recently took a break from YouTube. But August was when he was like, hey, I'm back, and I got a whole coffee company to show for it. Without Jacksepticeye's meme time, there has been no cure for my sadness, so August is the happiest I've ever been this entire time. My favourite video game this month, actually there's two favourite video games this month now that I think about it. The basic obvious answer would be Fall Guys. Been playing that a lot with a lot of my friends actually. Obviously, you probably know what Fall Guys is. You're a little bean, you run about, you fall over, you try and win. I've not won once, ever, in any game that I've played. I have not won a single time. It's infuriating, it's absolutely infuriating, but I love it. But this month I've also been getting back to my roots, my gaming roots, by playing Lego Harry Potter years 1 to 4. Oh, little baby game. I first played Lego Harry Potter years 1 to 4 Big long-winded name, I know. I first played it on the Wii when it first came out. Absolutely. I was Harry Potter nuts, right? Any book that had a fandom, I was in that fandom pretty much, for the most part, at least the main ones. Anyway, this Lego game took over my life. Same with Lego Harry Potter years 5 to 7, I was absolutely obsessed. Is it 5 to 7 or 5 to 8? Because technically there's 8 films, but like... Yeah, one could say I was a bit of a Potterhead back in the day. I loved Lego and I loved Harry Potter, so combining the two was just absolutely astronomical. But recently the game has been remastered, put onto one disc. It's not a disc, is it? It's like a little Switch drive, you know, the little game cards that you get for your Nintendo Switch. It's on the Switch and it's been remastered for the Switch, but it's both games in one. And I've actually been going for 100% completion of all 7 years because I've not ever completed it fully. I was too young to understand really the premise of the game at first, so now replaying it, that's when I've really been hammering it and getting 100%, because it's much easier than little me first thought. Mainly just focusing on Lego Harry Potter years 1 to 4 at the moment, and then once I get 100% completion in that, then I will move on to years 5 to 7. If you don't have a clue how the Lego games operate, the majority of them that I've played, Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, they all kind of function on the same level of you play through the story mode, there's various collectibles and targets to hit as you play, but you can't unlock everything from the get-go. The purpose of the game is that you have to unlock more characters to then go back to the beginning and play it all through again to then reach 100% completion, just for those of you who didn't know. Oh, I completely forgot, I brought it through as a little prop, a little box. It's just a little Switch box. Completely forgot about that there. Whoops. Haha. Oh. It's empty because the game's in my Switch, obviously. Next up to chat about is my favourite book of this month, and good lord, call me Jasmine Masters because I have something to say about this one. This big bitch that I mentioned the last time. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, a Hunger Games story by Suzanne Collins. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, forgive me for what I'm about to say about this book. This was phenomenal. I loved it, but I hated it at the same time. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. I'm a little bit lost for words with this one. It's the story of 18-year-old Coriolanus Snow from the Hunger Games trilogy. He's the president. I think it's like 10 years into the actual running of the Hunger Games, and he gets the job of being a mentor, get him into uni or something like that. But his family's really poor and his whole life depends on it, blah blah blah. He gets put mentoring the girl from District 12 and it's like, oh no, how's he going to win with the girl from 12? I'm getting a bit riled up speaking about it because I'm just like, Coriolanus Snow is such a bastard. Oh, I hate him so much. At first you think, oh, he's nice, but then I went on Reddit and Reddit was like, if you read it and think of it this way, he's a narcissistic arsehole from the beginning, from the get-go. He's a leech off other people and he's just using them for his own advantage. And I'm like, you're so right, random Reddit user. You're absolutely right. Oh, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I will say though, quick little spoiler warning, just in case you don't want to hear anything about it, skip forward a couple minutes, I don't know. It did feel like a lot of it was forced nostalgia. For example, here comes the spoiler by the way, the whole hanging tree business. If you've read the Hunger Games trilogy, the hanging tree song, are you coming to the... You know the song, right? You've heard it. It tells you the origins of that song and it just seemed, I was like, you didn't have to do that, you know what I mean? It's like, are you trying to connect this character to Katniss or not? End of spoilers by the way. Overall, the story is absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't. They thought it was too forced and too much. I really enjoyed it. I liked to hear about his kind of origin story and kind of see his progression into the snake that he is. Although some would argue he was born a snake. But I'm going to leave that up to you to go and read and figure out for yourself. If you would like my full opinions on it, I'm genuinely considering doing a whole book review video of this because I need to rant to someone. It's really nice to see an earlier version of the games when it wasn't, you know, in the Hunger Games trilogy. It's this big fantastical TV show with all these fancy things and they've got the tribute tower and all treated like celebrities and that. It's nice to see that taken back to like the raw early fighting before the main rules were established, before they were treated like celebrities. They were still treated like rebel scum, all that kind of thing. But it's nice to see that pulled back and see how Coriolanus Snow does or doesn't influence what they may become. My favourite purchase of this month is not a book this time, nor is it a statue like it has been many times before. It's something that is very, very much influenced and bettered this channel, in my opinion. It's my lav mic. It was only a tenner off Amazon. I will leave a link to it if you'd like one. There's not really much else to say about it other than it has taken the quality of my videos absolutely through the roof. My audio was so bad before, absolutely horrendous. This thing really just helps me be heard. I bet you heard that right enough. I will say this microphone, because of its price, it had 50-50 reviews. Half of them were really astoundingly good, the other half were absolutely terrible. There was no in between point, so I was like, okay, when I try this, it's either going to work like a dream or it's going to fail miserably, and I got one of the good ones. So just a wee warning, if you do buy it, it is a big 50-50 split, and I'm still getting the hang of using it. Not quite sure about placement or like rustling noises where it peaks in that, so please bear with me while I do slowly learn with each video, but I hope your ears enjoy this a lot more than my audio beforehand. My favourite food this month, this one's quite an easy one. My granddad started buying those packets of donuts from Morrison's that are like 50p for, it's like a little like tube, I guess, of donuts. It's like 5 donuts for 50p, so that's 10p a donut, and they're the proper like sugar coated strawberry filled ones. They're absolutely gorgeous. They do raspberry ones and caramel ones as well, but the strawberry ones absolutely set my heart on fire. They're absolutely gorgeous. But my granddad started picking them up with these messages, and they're the best donuts I've ever tasted in my life. Gorgeous. That's all I have to say about them, quite frankly. Now we're going to move on to big event of the month. There's actually 2 big events of this month. Sorry, didn't mean to swear at you, oh my god. I had 2 birthdays this month. Well, not me personally. One was my mum's and one was my boyfriend's. I ate very well this month because we had 2 massive meals. One was a massive carvery, the other was a massive down the hatch, which is in South Queensferry. It is Canadian food. I don't know why that word evaded me so long. Canadian food, so it's like Philly cheesesteaks, poutine, all that kind of thing. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I ate really good this month. I do also have a strange addiction this month, which would weirdly enough be Discord. The entirety of August I've been working on my Discord, as I have mentioned in multiple videos by now, including the one where I literally say I made a Discord. I launched it a few weeks ago now after I posted that video, and it's so wholesome. I'm in many Discords for other people, but I just think it's quite a nice little community. It's just nice to chat to people, you know? There's not many of us in it, I will say that, but we happy few, we are strong and we chat a lot. It's nice. Thank you for joining if you've already joined. If you would like to join, there's going to be a link at the top of this video. There's a link at the top of every single one of my videos if you would like to join. Please do. We're all very welcoming and nice, and usually talk mainly about sneak energy, but like there's a whole load of other topics that we can talk about. We can talk about anything you want, to be honest. But we're all energy drink addicts in there, so we all talk about sneak the most. But yeah, if you'd like to join the pack, as it's called, that's my Teen Wolf showing again, sorry about that. There will be a card to that video up there, and there will be a link in the description below. And my lesson learned this month is quite a personal one. I can't really tell if it's a good or a bad thing, to be honest, but I have learned that I have the stomach capacity for at least 2 king-sized carvery plates. And that's it! Another month of 2020 gone. How eventful, am I right? So the month was kind of busy, but also kind of not at the same time. But thank you for watching another instalment of the exact same crap yet again. Links to all my social media are down in that description box below. My voice is going, as well as my links to my Sneak Elite, which gives you loyalty points and also a discount offer of 5 free flavour sachets when you buy a block shaker. And what else is down there? My Discord link, like I just mentioned. So come join the pack, come say hi, we're all nice and friendly and sneak addicted. If you don't have a Discord account or you don't want to join Discord, feel free to say hi in the comments as well. Just usually on Discord I'm a bit quicker on the replies. The rain has started once again. That's all from me. Again. Hope you have a good week, and I will see you next Tuesday. I love saying that. That's never gonna get old in my book.